Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the eerie and fascinating world of headless man legends from around the globe. From ghostly horsemen to haunted railroads, these stories are sure to send shivers down your spine. Get ready to explore the dark side of folklore, where losing your head takes on a whole new meaning. Our first stop takes us to the village of Sleepy Hollow, a place where shadows seem longer and the wind whispers tales of the supernatural. This is the stomping ground of the Headless Horseman, a figure made famous in Washington Irving's classic tale, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
Picture this, a quaint little village nestled in the Hudson Valley. It's a place where gossip spreads like wildfire and superstition runs deep, the perfect setting for a ghost story.
Now imagine Ichabod Crane, a lanky, superstitious schoolmaster, with his eye on the wealthy Katrina Van Buren.
They say the horseman is the ghost of a Hessian soldier, a mercenary who lost his head to a stray cannonball during the Revolutionary War. Some say he's searching for his missing head, doomed to ride the night for all eternity.
Whatever his motive, the Headless Horseman is a terrifying sight. Imagine a black steed galloping through the night, its hooves pounding like thunder. And atop that steed, a hulking figure cloaked in darkness, a pumpkin held high where his head should be. From the haunted valleys of America, we journey across the sea to the Emerald Isle of Ireland, a land steeped in myth and legend. This mystical land is known for its rich folklore and ancient tales that have been passed down through generations. Here, amidst rolling hills and ancient ruins, we encounter the Dullahan, a figure even more terrifying than the Headless Horseman. The Dullahan is a spectral being that strikes fear into the hearts of those who dare to cross its path.
Imagine a dark and stormy night in the Irish countryside. The sky is filled with ominous clouds, and the air is thick with tension. The wind is howling, the rain is coming down sideways, and you're traveling down a lonely road. The darkness seems to close in around you, making every shadow seem alive. Suddenly, you hear the sound of hooves pounding on the pavement, getting closer and closer. The sound is relentless, echoing through the night. But this is no ordinary rider. This is a figure shrouded in mystery and dread. This is the Dullahan, a headless rider who carries his severed head under one arm. His presence is a chilling reminder of the supernatural forces at play.
The Dullahan's head is said to glow with an eerie light, its eyes constantly scanning the landscape. These eyes are said to see into the souls of those who witness him. Some say the Dullahan rides a massive black steed, its eyes burning with hellfire. The horse's fiery gaze adds to the terror of the encounter. Others describe a chariot pulled by 6 black horses, their breath trailing like smoke in the night air. The chariot moves with an unearthly speed, leaving a trail of fear in its wake.
But one thing's for sure, the Dullahan doesn't travel alone. He is often accompanied by a ghostly procession, adding to the eerie atmosphere. He carries with him a whip made from a human spine, its every crack sending shivers down the spines of even the bravest souls. The sound of the whip is said to be a harbinger of doom.
The Dullahan is not just a terrifying sight, he's a harbinger of death. His appearance is often a sign that someone is about to meet their end, making him one of the most feared figures in Irish folklore. From the misty shores of Ireland, we travel westward to the rugged peaks of the Rocky Mountains to Cripple Creek, Colorado. This old mining town, once booming with gold fever, now echoes with whispers of a different kind, the legend of the Headless Man.
Picture this. It's the late 1800s, the gold rush is in full swing, and Cripple Creek is a town teeming with miners, saloon keepers, and fortune seekers. But beneath the surface of this boomtown lurks a darker side, a world of danger and despair.
That's where our story begins, with a miner who met an unfortunate end in one of Cripple Creek's many mines. The details are shrouded in mystery, lost to time and whispered rumors. Some say it was a cave-in, others a mining explosion, but the result was the same. A man decapitated, his head never to be found.
Now they say his spirit wanders the mines in the town above, a flickering lamp in his hand, forever searching for his lost head. Miners tell tales of seeing a light bobbing in the darkness of the mine shafts, a sign that the Headless Man is nearby.
The railroads of America, those iron veins crisscrossing a nation, carry more than just cargo and passengers. They carry stories, legends whispered from town to town, tales of bravery, tragedy, and sometimes the unexplainable. This is where we encounter the Headless Brakeman, a spectre forever tied to the rails, his lantern a beacon of warning. The railroads, in their heyday, were a dangerous business. Accidents were common, and brakemen, the men tasked with manually coupling and uncoupling cars, faced constant peril. One wrong step, one moment of inattention could spell disaster.
Some say I was crushed between cars, others that I fell beneath a moving train. But the outcome was always the same: a life cut short, a body separated from its head.
Now they say his ghost walks the tracks, a lantern swinging in his hand. Some believe he's searching for his lost head, forever doomed to wander the rails. Our exploration of the Headless takes us across continents and centuries to the ancient civilizations of Mesoamerica, to the Mayans and the Aztecs. These two great cultures, though distinct in many ways, shared a deep connection to the spiritual and the mystical. These cultures, rich in mythology and symbolism, incorporated headless figures into their beliefs, but not always as harbingers of doom. Instead, these figures often represented complex ideas about life, death, and the afterlife. The Mayans, with their complex understanding of the cosmos, believed that death was not the end but a transition to another realm, Xibalba, the underworld. This belief was deeply embedded in their rituals and daily life. It was a perilous journey fraught with challenges, and some deities, like the death god Apuch, were depicted as headless, symbolizing the separation of the soul from the body. This imagery was a powerful reminder of the trials that awaited in the afterlife. But even in death, there was the potential for rebirth, as seen in the Mayan creation myth, the Popol Vuh. This sacred text tells the story of the hero twins and their journey through the underworld. The hero twins, Hunahpu and Xbalanque, faced numerous trials in Xibalba, including a game against the lords of the underworld, where they were ultimately sacrificed and decapitated. Their story is one of resilience and cunning. However, their story didn't end there. Through their cleverness and the help of their grandmother, a powerful goddess, they overcame death. Through cunning and the help of their grandmother, a powerful goddess, the twins were resurrected, their heads reattached, and they ascended to the heavens as the sun and the moon. This transformation symbolized the eternal cycle of life, death, and rebirth. The Aztecs, too, had their share of headless deities, most notably Mictlantecutli, the skeletal god of death. His fearsome appearance was a stark reminder of the inevitability of death. He ruled over Mictlan, the underworld, and was often depicted with exposed ribs and a skull for a head, emphasizing the cyclical nature of life and death. The Aztecs believed that death was a necessary part of the cosmic order, and Mictlantecutli's imagery reinforced this belief. Our final destination takes us back to England, to the Tower of London, a place steeped in history and tragedy, where the echoes of the past still linger in the air. Within its imposing walls, countless lives have been imprisoned, tortured, and extinguished, each stone bearing witness to centuries of human suffering. And it's here that we encounter the ghost of Anne Boleyn, second wife of King Henry VIII, whose life was cut tragically short by the executioner's axe, a fate that has immortalized her in the annals of history. Anne Boleyn, once the most powerful woman in England, met a grim end on Tower Green, accused of treason, adultery, and incest, charges that many believe were unfounded and politically motivated. Whether the charges were true or simply a fabrication of her enemies remains a subject of debate to this day, casting a shadow over the justice of her trial. But one thing is certain, her story has left an indelible mark on history. Anne's execution, ordered by her own husband, sent shockwaves through the court and transformed her into a legend, a symbol of the perils of power and the capriciousness of fate.
They say that I, unable to find peace after my brutal demise, walk the halls of the Tower of London as a restless spirit, forever seeking justice and closure. Witnesses describe a spectral figure in a long white gown. my dark hair flowing loose. My eyes filled with a haunting sadness, a sorrow that transcends time.
But the most chilling detail of all, the one that sends shivers down the spine of those who hear it. Anne is often seen carrying her own severed head beneath her arm, a gruesome reminder of her fate, a sight that leaves an indelible impression on all who witness it. Some say she can be seen wandering the Queen's house, where she once lived, her anguished cries echoing through the empty chambers, a poignant reminder of a life cut short and a spirit that refuses to be forgotten. Thanks for joining us on this spooky journey through the legends of the Headless Man and other eerie tales. From the haunted hollows of Sleepy Hollow to the ancient temples of Mesoamerica, we've explored tales of horror, warning, and even a glimmer of hope amidst the darkness. These stories remind us that even in death, there are mysteries we may never fully understand, and that sometimes the most terrifying creatures are born from our deepest fears and darkest imaginations. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more eerie tales and fascinating stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Until next time, stay curious and stay spooky, my friends.